Welcome to Hampden Park in Glasgow. A really glorious night for football and a really glittering 9 days of football coming up for you on ITV. We begin tonight with the start of the Home International Championship match between Scotland and Wales here at Hampden. And then on Sunday afternoon, highlights of two matches when Wales play England at Cardiff and Scotland play Northern Ireland here in Scotland. Then next Wednesday, the whole of the match, live and exclusive, the European Cup final between the great Bayern Munich side and the French champions Saint-Etienne. Next Wednesday, live and complete, only on ITV. That starts at 8 o'clock. Followed, of course, by the following Saturday and the big one in the Home International Championship when Scotland face England here at Hampden Park. Again, the whole of that match on ITV live, and that comes in World of Sport that afternoon, Saturday week. But as I say, we begin tonight with the start of the Home International Championship between Scotland and Wales. And Scotland really have chosen an exciting team for this game.
There's Willie Pettigrew, target of so many clubs, and no wonder, with 29 goals in the Premier League to his credit this season. There's Archie Gemmill, brilliant in midfield for Derby County, now captain of Scotland for the first time. And there's Don Masson of Queen's Park Rangers, so good in the middle of the field this season, now winning his first Scottish cap. Scotland, in fact, fielding a very exciting-looking side tonight. Not popular with everybody, though, that Kenny Dalglish of Celtic and Derek Thompson of Rangers are left out. But it's one that looks to have a good bit of goal power about it. As for the Welsh side that comes to Hampden Park on this very sunny evening, it's a very experimental side. Their manager, Mike Smith, has been casting his net wide. 3 players from the 3rd division and 1 from the 4th. 7 changes, in fact, from the side that lost recently in Yugoslavia, and 1 new cap, David Jones of Norwich at number 2. The referee tonight is Malcolm Wright from Northern Ireland, with 2 Northern Irish linesmen as well. And the crowd here at Hampden Park, well, it's a bit thin on the ground, but I'm sure they're going to make plenty of noise as the Home International Championship now gets underway. So it's Scotland then who get us away, attacking the goal to our left in their famous shirts of dark blue, white shorts. Wales in an all-red strip. If you're watching in black and white, remember the white shorts of Scotland. Here's Eddie Gray on the ball now for Scotland. Chipped in again there, but too far, and quite an easy catch there for Brian Lloyd. Rioch's header. Rioch again. It's time for Masson. That went behind Archie Gemmill. Here's young Carl Harris. David Jones. And Nick back there to goalkeeper Alan Ruff. I think it's almost the first touch of the ball that Ruff has had. Joey Jones now for Wales, the Liverpool player. Push by Colin Jackson. A free kick to Wales. First 5 minutes gone, no score. Carl Harris, the number 7 there. Willie Donaghy, the number 3 for Scotland, with him, and going across the face of that goal with him as Yorath takes his free kick. And nodded in! Oh no, just passed there by Dave Roberts. He got there first with a header. And he was very, very close indeed. A nicely floated free kick here from Yorath. And Dave Roberts from Hull and Wales just getting there before the goalkeeper. I thought it was going in, but it was wide. John Roberts winning it in the air. Joey Jones, number 3 for Wales, laying it to Arvon Griffiths, and Rioch is in there first, but a throw to Wales. Yorath riding that challenge by Masson very well. Curtis, Swansea striker. Jones in very quickly again, beating Rioch, and now here's Leighton James. Jones crossing once more towards Curtis. Peter O'Sullivan. Touch again for O'Sullivan, a little chip forward again there, and nodded behind for the corner by Tom Forsyth. So first corner of the game, Dave Roberts going up for Wales. Just on 7 minutes gone. Leighton James will take it for them. Wales have powered a lot of men forward. John Roberts, number 5, Alan Curtis, number 10. And they play the short one now for O'Sullivan. Played again by Leighton James, hit way across the goal there, nodded out. Here's Yorath now, hoping to return it with interest, but in fact returning it only to give one of the ball boys a long scamper after it. So Alan Rough, Partick Thistle, Eddie Gray. Jordan and John Roberts clearly going to have a great aerial battle here tonight. David Jones playing that ball, and now Don Masson trying to get his front men going again. Pettigrew in there, now Eddie Gray, crossing the base of the goal. And a whack in there, oh, and somehow Rioch's shot was kept out by Lloyd, but if you ask Lloyd how he did it, he simply wouldn't know. Good run here by Eddie Gray. Pettigrew does so well to leave it. He leaves it there for Rioch, who blasted in, and Lloyd didn't know where it was. There's the corner coming in, and Wales, through Armand Griffiths, only half getting it away. Danny McGrain now for Scotland. A flick it again once more towards Jackson. And I think the whistle has gone, yes indeed, for a corner. Oh, that was a brilliant piece of action there for Scotland. Don Masson with the corner for them. Colin Jackson right up there, the number 5. The Welshman got that one away. Here's Donaghy leaving it once again for Bruce Rioch, turning it in. John Roberts away. An almost desperate a clearance to give Wales just a little bit of breathing space. Roberts again. Played back by O'Sullivan, a long, long way back. Masson's header. Yorath playing it to Jones, Joey Jones. Chip forward again to Alan Curtis, but well beaten by Colin Jackson in the air. Can't see Curtis, who's not the biggest of men, getting much joy from the big Scottish number 5 tonight. In the air at any rate. Masson again. Played forward this time for Tom Forsyth. Willie Donaghy for Scotland. Masson. A long ball forward again. Pettigrew's after this one. It was a backward header by Pettigrew. And an unfair challenge on Brian Lloyd. Pettigrew showing his power in the air here. Good timing with a good jump. Lloyd under pressure from Rioch. An unfair challenge. So Lloyd has certainly had plenty to do in this opening 10 minutes, but still no score. Gemmell, Donaghy, Jordan trying to come away from John Roberts. Oh, and taken way, way after that ball had gone. That was a pretty crude challenge there by John Roberts on Joe Jordan. Jordan all right to go on. That was a bad tackle, though. Masson with the free kick. David Jones. Masson with a throw. Eddie Gray. And Jones just getting in there first. Peter O'Sullivan, the Brighton number 6. Yorath. David Jones. Forsyth. To Masson. Rioch. Played on for Gemmell. Nice play here by Scotland, the 2 Derby players. And Rioch going on. Well, he blasted one there and it came off John Roberts. Jordan. Got Past Jones, lovely cross, and they really didn't quite know where they were there, and it might still be there. No, Yorath. Quarter of an hour gone, still Scotland 0, Wales 0. Good decision by the referee there. He played the advantage, although the linesman was wagging furiously. Armon Griffiths to Peter O'Sullivan for Wales. Back for Terry Yorath. Good long ball there if it came off, but instead Danny McGrain can help set up another Scottish attack. Here's Gemmell. Jordan's right up there, Pettigrew's right up there. There's the ball played for Joe Jordan. But David Jones was closing quickly enough for Wales. Breaking very impressively from the middle of the field, Scotland. Gemmell in particular, and Rioch, and Masson, as usual, conducting that orchestra from the centre of the midfield. Terry Yorath for Wales. John Roberts. Foul by Jordan. It's going to be quite a crunching physical contest, I think, tonight between Jordan and John Roberts. Willie Donachie now. Gemmell. Forsyth. Jordan. Oh, played on beautifully, and here's Forsyth in the clear. Flicked inside for Eddie Gray. Now for Masson. And O'Sullivan somehow getting that one away, but only as far as Rioch. McGrain. All Scotland at the moment. But as yet, the finishing hasn't really matched the quality of their approach work. Foul by Colin Jackson. And a free kick to Wales. Certainly the Scottish crowd here at Hampden Park tonight on this beautiful evening in very high spirits, seeing their favourites well on top and just waiting for the goals to come. Well, at the moment, Wales are denying them. And it's Wales on the attack now until McGrain cuts that one out. Masson again playing a sensible pass there to McGrain. Bruce Rioch. Masson again. Totally involved. Armon Griffiths. Terry Yorath. David Jones. The long ball forward, hoping to get Harris on his way, but Donachie well in command there. Gemmell touching it on for Eddie Gray. A nice little header again for Gemmell. Dave Roberts for Wales. Curtis. O'Sullivan. Fourth division player to a third division player, but it puts Wales into a strong attacking position, but O'Sullivan's pass was way past the mark. The only previous time this lad has played for Wales was here 3 years ago. He came on for 10 minutes as a substitute. Long clearance. And a free kick to Wales. Malcolm Wright, the Irish referee, again penalising Joe Jordan. John Roberts with the free kick. Alan Curtis right up there for Wales. Colin Jackson marking him. Leighton James getting the header in. Feeling that if Curtis gets in the right position on the ground, he certainly has the beating of Jackson. there, though, by Joe Jordan for Danny McGrain. Leighton James tackling back. And then throwing the ball away. The referee will have a word with him about that. Free kick to Scotland. And Masson and McGrain between them deciding who shall take it. Jordan and Jackson are waiting in the middle. And in fact, it was big John Roberts who got there again for Wales. Gemmell. McGrain. Masson. Everybody bar the Scottish goalkeeper in the Welsh half of the field now as Jordan goes in hard again. Dave Roberts got that one away to Terry Yorath. O'Sullivan. Jones. Yorath. Sullivan. Joey Jones. Right away and into touch. A Scottish throw. Another Scottish throw. And Don Masson with it. Plenty of time here for Tom Forsyth. Masson really had to stretch for that one and couldn't control it. It's Yorath for Wales. Donaghy's header. Arvon Griffiths, a nicely placed header there for Alan Curtis. Eddie Gray's after him. Still with Curtis, though. Neat on the ground. Arvon Griffiths now, playing it this time for David Jones. Chipped in once more towards Curtis, the man who scored against England at Wrexham. Twisting and turning and looking for a yard, and in the end finding Jones again. In goes the cross once more, and not a bad one towards Harris, and Leighton James on the far side, and Harris very nearly got a very important touch there for Wales. Carl Harris almost getting that touch. Now Willie Donaghy. Tom Forsyth. John Roberts away again. Donaghy. Rioch. Forsyth. And Pettigrew. Oh, it's O'Sullivan giving it on. A nice one too there between Gray and Jordan was stopped by a harsh Welsh tackle, giving Scotland a free kick on the edge of the area. Could be very dangerous. The Welsh wall is forming up. Masson having a word with Rioch. Lloyd might be, he wants 5 in the wall, and that's what he, he's got 4 in the wall. Now, will Rioch try to bust through that wall? Now 5 in the wall. Rioch taking this free kick for Scotland. Whack, straight into the wall, and it comes to Jordan. Well, Wales in defence were very slow indeed to react there. Just look at them now after that ball cannons off there and cannons off Masson. They look around and wonder, and Jordan is able to screw it past the goalkeeper but wide. Yorath shrugged off Masson very well there. Now Arvon Griffiths, who's been pretty quiet so far tonight. Nice little pass there, though, for Jones, Joey Jones. Griffiths. Good cross there towards Harris. O'Sullivan trying to blast it in. Instead, Jordan now shoved in the back. Unceremoniously, I thought, there by Roberts, but he got away with it, and so are Wales. Leighton James with the shot, but it's wide. Well, I think Scotland would have been very unlucky if James had scored with that one, because it certainly looked a foul by Roberts in midfield. Jordan now to Gray. Donachie. Masson begging for the ball, and he'll get it. Oh, what a good ball there now for Pettigrew, and some good running by Pettigrew, and good covering too by John Roberts for Wales. So a corner for Scotland. Archie Gemmell's going to take this one. Loading that one in there. Lloyd, a good safe catch for Wales. With some advice from Roberts, which I think is probably to hold it up as long as you can. I've got to do my boot up. Yorath. Leighton James. Green kept with him. It was a foul. Taking all these free kicks for Wales, and again Dave Roberts is up, the man who's caused them one or two little problems. John Roberts making the break this time, right in there. Dave Roberts is in there too, and Scotland haven't got it away yet. O'Sullivan, oh, beaten by Donachie. Now Gemmell, Pettigrew, he's all right. He's gone past Joey Jones, still with Willie Pettigrew. Masson's in the middle, Pettigrew, a brilliant goal. Started it. Pettigrew took on Joey Jones and skinned him. And just look what this boy does when he gets a sight of goal. Back come Wales, but not quickly enough. And that puts Scotland into the lead. Scotland 1, Wales 0. Willie Pettigrew. Well, he's shown so many touches already tonight. He loves sniffing out the goals. He's got a tremendous burst of pace and a devastating finishing burst. And we've had two successive moments where we've had a wrong kick-off. I imagine it must have been Welsh players in the Scottish half when the kick was taken. But now we are underway again, and the Hampden crowds are singing. And I think you've got a glimpse there as to why so many clubs in the English First Division, indeed from several European top clubs as well, have been here to look at that Scottish number 7, Willie Pettigrew. And from now on in, if it hasn't been already, it's going to be a great test for Welsh nerve and resolution. A goal down to Scotland, really on the receiving end, but at the moment it's Yorath or Wales on the far side and throw to Scotland. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Well, that's just stupid. Yorath should have given that ball to McGrain, and no wonder the referee calls it. That's just inciting bad temper on the field of play. Now Masson for Scotland. Jordan played for McGrain. Well, he completely overran that, but Yorath didn't get it back, but it was a push by McGrain on Yorath. Free kick to Wales. Leighton James for Wales. Stopped by McGrain. Oh, Leighton James on this one again. Might get the shot in. No, I think he's taken it a shade too far, but he still turns it back for Curtis. That's Scotland attacking with great vigour there. Tom Forsyth. Now Masson. Oh, giving it away. A Scottish throw. Though the linesman said it was a Welsh throw. The referee overruled him, and here's Masson. Masson again. Played back for McGray. Free kick. Well, Mr. Wright, not the most popular man in the stadium at the moment with the Scottish crowd. About 2.5 minutes to go to half-time now. Yorath's header. Forsyth away, Yorath again. Carl Harris, it'll come for O'Sullivan. Dave Roberts behind him, screaming for the ball, but O'Sullivan gets it across there towards Leighton James, and Danny McGrain away to Joe Jordan. Releasing McGrain. Gemmell right up there. Pettigrew's in there. Jordan's coming up fast. Here's Gemmell. Crossed in again to McGrain. Gemmell getting another chance. Maybe he'll do better with this one. Obstruction, yes. Free kick. Obstruction by John Roberts, a free kick inside the Welsh penalty area. Indirect free kick, of course, for obstruction. Two-finger sign saying I want two in the wall from the Welsh goalkeeper Brian Lloyd. And he's got two, Arvon Griffiths and Terry Yorath. Masson will take the free kick. 2, 4, 5 Scottish shirts are in that Welsh penalty area. Goal just before half-time to add to Pettigrew's will be good for them now, and they've made it. Yes! Bruce Rioch! Beat them all in the air. Masson's delicate free kick. Look at that, beautifully flighted. A good jump there by Rioch. Over Lloyd's head, 2-0 to Scotland. About a minute to go to half-time. So Pettigrew the first, Rioch the second. O'Sullivan fighting hard for it. Play on, said the referee, Eddie Gray. Masson right in there, brought down by Roberts' free kick. Whistle's gone, bodies flying everywhere, but now a little more order in the excitement of Hampden Park. The last seconds of the first half on a free kick to Scotland. Eddie Gray making a good run, and Wales spotted him well. It was Joey Jones's header. Playing injury time at the end of the first half. Masson with the corner for Scotland. But before he can take it, the whistle's gone for half-time. Good first half for Scotland. They've threatened a lot for a long time. And in the end, Willie Pettigrew with a brilliant goal got the breakthrough for Scotland. And then just before half-time, it was added to by Bruce Rioch, who scored the second goal for Scotland. And they have a lot to be pleased with because they've looked very, very businesslike indeed, particularly in the middle of the field, where Gemmell has been absolutely brilliant. Wales really under the whip. A half-time score, Scotland 2, Wales 0. We'll be back with the second half. Welcome back to Hampden Park then, where Wales have made a substitute, where Les Cartwright comes on in place of Carl Harris. Wales with quite a formidable task facing them now, these 2 goals down. Indeed, they've won only 15 of 88 matches played between these two countries over the many, many years. And now they're kicking off, attacking the goal to our left. And here's Cartwright on the ball straight away, in fact. Gemmell. And back with Alan Rough. Gray just getting that one, but that almost bounced nicely for Leighton James. Long clearance there by Ruff. Gemmell trying to burst in on the scene here for Scotland. Eddie Gray in support. Cross coming in towards Joe Jordan. Now Yorath. Curtis. Now Gemmell. Leaving it for Donaghy. Forsyth, beautifully played there by Donaghy for Forsyth. And now Eddie Gray for Scotland. There comes the long cross in there again towards Joe Jordan, again hoping to win it in the air, and again hooked away by John Roberts. A foul by Jordan as he jumped. O'Sullivan to David Jones for Wales. Now Yorath. Played here for Joey Jones. Arvon Griffiths. Yorath. No trouble there for Forsyth getting it away. But a bit of trouble here now as O'Sullivan takes it up again for Wales. Leighton James. Almost got into a left foot shooting position there, but here's Arvon Griffiths with a deeper cross this time. And knocked away out there to Eddie Gray. Donaghy for Scotland. To Don Masson. Again, the long pass there towards Pettigrew. John Roberts there for Wales. Dave Roberts finding Joey Jones. Yorath, a nice one-touch there to Dave Roberts. Curtis. Roberts. Curtis. Jordan to Masson. Spotting the run by Donaghy, and what a lovely pass it was that found the Scottish number 3 who'd made his run well. Eddie Gray now for Scotland, taking on David Jones. A little bit of acceleration at the cross. Well, he couldn't get that over because a couple of Welsh defenders were there. Jones had recovered well. In fact, was supported by O'Sullivan. But a corner then for Scotland. Eddie Gray with it. Jackson making a run there. Jordan trying to get the header in, pushed away by Lloyd, and finally headed behind by Dave Roberts for another corner. And already, well, there's the replay of it. Jordan's header, pushed away. Eddie Gray again with the corner. Lower this time towards Jackson, and John Roberts got it away. Donaghy. Eddie Gray. Scotland keeping this pressure on Wales now, and Pettigrew with a header. Jordan with a header. Oh, and oh, against the crossbar by Masson. And Rioch's shot goes behind for the corner. Another corner for Scotland. Well, it was a lovely cross there by Eddie Gray. Pettigrew, Jordan, and Lloyd not really getting it. Masson whacking it against the crossbar, and finally it went away. Archie Gemmell then with a corner for Scotland. A nice deep one this time. They're all going in for it. Might come through for Eddie Gray. Jackson rather clumsily, completely missing his kick. Wales under constant pressure now. Pettigrew again trying to steal in behind them. And now Yorath for Wales. Yarth again, taking it back from Curtis. Leighton James. Free kick? No, play on this time. Dave Roberts in. Danny McGrain for Scotland. Played for Archie Gemmill. Touch inside, but not a very good one. Oh, but Tom Forsyth is trying to make something of it. Yarth to Griffiths. Dave Roberts. Sullivan outnumbered as Rioch tries to get the header on for Joe Jordan, and Jordan heading it on again, but that time Roberts got it away. Touched sideways by Colin Jackson for Willie Donachie. Here's Eddie Gray. Just look at him taking on his ball back there with that burst of speed, although David Jones stuck well with him. There's the cross coming in, Jordan's header, and Brian Lloyd down to gather it. That long cross from Eddie Gray, a beautiful jump again by Jordan. Donachie. Well, all the confidence in the world there. Now Masson. Played forward again for Forsyth. Jordan's right in there, Dave Roberts won it in the air. Yoran, a touch for Griffiths. A long ball, Leighton James offside. So it's Gemmill for Scotland. Masson. Well cut out there by Arvon Griffiths. Here's Leighton James. Was he given a penalty? A foul by Forsyth on Leighton James. No doubt in the referee's mind. Pointed straight to that spot. So now Arvon Griffiths will take the penalty, and can Alan Luff save it? Is this the chance for Wales to get back into the game? Yes! Arvon Griffiths scores for Wales from the penalty spot. Well, that might make it very interesting. A coolly taken penalty, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. Scotland 2, Wales 1. Give Scotland a little more ambition and a little more desire, having had so much of the game for so long. Equally, it might fire Wales now to go and look for that equaliser. Long ball from Joey Jones, played back by Forsyth to Ruff. Masson. Gemmill working hard as ever, trying to nick in behind the Welsh defence. Brought down, free kick. Eddie Gray will take it. The big men are coming up. Colin Jackson's up there, making a run towards the near post. It'll come for the left foot of Briggs Rioch. Didn't begin to catch that in true Rioch style. Really was the chance for him. Wide of the mark. Forsyth hitting the long ball there towards Jordan. Free kick. John Roberts hanging all over the Scottish number 9. Masson to take it. They're all making a long run in there, tipped over beautifully by Lloyd. Well, there were three Scottish forwards making a really determined run there. I think it was Eddie Gray who got the touch, or was it Pettigrew? And a beautiful save there by Lloyd. Willie Pettigrew's up in the 6-yard area again. Archie Gemmell's there. Colin Jackson, number 5. Joe Jordan there. Plenty of Scots are up. Chipped in once more. Didn't quite come to Riyadh because Peter O'Sullivan was there for Wales. There's Cartwright. Gemmell. Well, the referee having words with Leighton James for something that went on off the ball. Free kick to Scotland. That was a good 15 yards away from the ball. Masson taking that free kick. Jones getting it away. Masson again. McGrain. Jordan. Chipped in once more. Pushed in there. Yes, Eddie Gray gets the credit. Number 3 for Scotland. And although it was the goalkeeper who turned it in, you'll see Jordan's cross. Eddie Gray getting in before the defender. Brian Lloyd could only push it into his own net. But the credit to Eddie Gray, and goal number 3 for Scotland. Scotland 3, Wales 1. It was the bit of breathing space that Scotland needed, because Wales in the last few minutes had begun to look a little more dangerous. Heartened by that penalty from Arvon Griffiths that brought it back to 2-1. Now here's Leighton James, there's the cross going in. A throw. Now Yorath. Joe Jordan for Scotland. Masson. Nice ball there to Jordan, but Wales in possession again with Yorath. Gemmell really busying himself there, and Yorath and Gemmell are getting involved, and the referee needed to get in quickly there. Gemmell being called. The challenge certainly was a fierce one. The reaction of both men was very fierce as well, as Yorath now says, just look what he did to me. Claiming there are stud marks, and from this distance you can't quite see. Stud marks there up on the inside of his right thigh. This is how it happened. Gemmell's challenge from behind, I suppose claiming that he went for the ball, but he certainly caught Yorath, and that was the Yorath reaction, and Gemmell doing his best to keep the Welsh skipper at bay. The free kick quickly taken, and Gemmell turning it back to him. Just over 5 minutes to go. Yorath. Griffiths. Jones. Leighton James. Forsyth with him, but Forsyth has slipped. And here's Leighton James now for Wales. Across the goal there. Oh, and Curtis missed a great chance there. Still in play though. Cartwright turning it back again. David Jones crossing it in. Arvon Griffiths hoping to turn it. Oh, and against the post. Well, Wales had one tremendous chance there and one awful bit of bad luck. Here's the bit of bad luck coming up as Arvon Griffiths turns on that and hits the crossbar. Leighton James. Well, there had to be a free kick. sportingly picking him up, but it really wasn't much of a challenge. And Yorth with a free kick. Taken fairly quickly, having spotted Arvon Griffiths going in there, but Scotland now with Gemmell. Over his head now. And Gemmell again, taking that one from Joe Jordan, and now Pettigrew. Joey Jones is there. Well, certainly Willie Pettigrew lit up the night with that beautiful goal of his that got Scotland on the way. There have been one or two flashes from him. It's been a rather patchy performance by him. And I think, in all honesty, overall, it's been a fairly patchy performance by Scotland against a Welsh side that is really a very experimental one. There's Leighton James with a shot that Ruff saved well. Leighton James caught one well, really, for the first time tonight on target with it. Right foot, but Ruff nicely behind it. Now Gemmell, played inside again for Masson. There's the shot blocked by Dave Roberts. David Jones getting it away for Wales. As the final whistle goes, a victory for Scotland. With goals in the first half by Willie Pettigrew after 39 minutes. Bruce Rioch adding the second one right on half-time, and Eddie Gray the third after 68 minutes. And between that second and third, a penalty by Arvon Griffiths here, the only Welsh reply to a Scottish performance that promises a lot and gives them a victory that on the night they richly deserve. So the final score then at Hampden Park is Scotland 3, Wales 1.
Well, here with me now is the Scottish manager, Willie Orman. Willie, what pleased you most about your team's performance tonight?
Well, I would say that what pleased me was the fact that the defence was very solid. Up front, Joe Jordan, 90 minutes, hard work. Willie Pettigrew showing the form that he plays for Motherwell. And overall, we attacked all the time. In fact, we attacked maybe too much because I felt we left ourselves open at times at the back.
You mentioned Willie Pettigrew, and to a lot of people in England, they wouldn't have seen an awful lot of him, but they saw a bit of vintage Pettigrew, I think, tonight with his first goal.
Well, I've had words with Willie this morning regarding his performance. His first goal is it comes from Archie Gemmell there. He takes it and slots a one right down the right wing. Willie picks it out, has moved into good position, takes on Jones and cuts in past Jones. Goalkeeper comes out, takes the position, and I think Willie's seen the opening there and just pushed it past him.
Is he a bit patchy in his performance? He seemed to play in little bursts tonight.
Well, Willie is definitely a goal scorer, and this is all I want him to do, is score goals. He has a fantastic burst of speed, and he's very, very effective, especially coming from the right side.
The midfield tonight with Gemmell and Rioch and Masson, that's largely an experiment, but they're all tried and trusted players from the First Division at home in England.
Well, I think the midfield there with Archie Gemmell and Bruce Rioch and now Don Masson, I think it's one of the finest midfields in the business.
That is something you're really going to build on now. I mean, without...
Well, I would say so. In fact, the midfield is very good when you consider that Asa Hartford's still there and the players like Kenny Dalglish. I think we're very, very strong.
And of course, it's always good that midfield players get their quota of goals, and Bruce has got a number for you.
Bruce has really nearly scored in every game for us. Here you see it's a free kick taken by Don Masson, who is an expert at this. Bruce moves in past the defender and rises well, tucks it away in the corner.
Yeah. I think, having said all this, though, Willie, you know, one has to see it in the context that it was a very inexperienced Welsh side, an experimental Welsh side.
Mike had about 4, I think, good players that weren't playing tonight. But the Welsh boys, I thought, strung together a lot of good passes. They worked very hard, they tackled hard, and they were a dangerous lot. In fact, they gave us a few worrying moments.
Where do your priorities lie at the moment? I mean, I'm sure everybody in Glasgow says we've got to beat the English on Saturday week, but I think you probably go a bit further than that, don't you?
Well, our priorities are, I want to win the home international series, no doubt about that, and especially finish up with a good win against England. If we can tuck away the chances that we make, we'll give somebody a real whacking, but building from the home international series must come the World Cup.
Yeah. Do you see many changes in your Scottish side between now and the end of the home internationals? I mean, is this basically the side that will play against England, say?
Well, it all depends how they play against Ireland on Saturday, and if the changes are necessary, I'll make them. But I've got a squad, as I say there, about 21 players here, plus about another 4 or 5. We don't need to fear anyone in the world.
Is this the strongest Scottish squad that you've ever had, Willie, now? Do you see this?
I would say so, and at age level too, they're all pretty young, and they're playing together quite a lot, and they know each other now, and I think we can all go from strength to strength.
Good. Willie Orman, congratulations on your victory tonight. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Well, there we are. That's the news then from Hampden, but there's more football on ITV, of course, this weekend, when on Sunday afternoon you can see highlights of Wales against England from Cardiff and Scotland against Northern Ireland from here in Scotland. But we leave you tonight with the moment that I'm sure a lot of Scots will treasure. It's the moment when Willie Pettigrew showed everybody what he can do so well. Good night.
O'Sullivan, beaten by Donaghy. Now Gemmell. Pettigrew, he's all right. He's gone past Joey Jones, still with Willie Pettigrew. Masson's in the middle. Pettigrew! A brilliant goal! Gemmell's pass started it. Pettigrew took on.